All right, so we're here with Jordan Heading on the left, Coach Rick Croy in the middle, and Kalidou Diop on the right. Coach, why don't you start us off with some questions or some thoughts on today's game?
Knew it would be a hard-fought game. It's always tough when we play them. Both teams know each other really well, both systems, what we do, and then also personnel. We got great respect for how they play and how they compete. So we weren't too rattled when we went into half. You know, we weren't playing our best ball. We didn't have great rhythm on the offensive end, and maybe some of that was the layoff, but probably just them knowing us so well and guarding us the way they did. And then we just stuck with it. We've had great leadership all year long. We continue to grow there and learning how to win in the postseason.
Speaking of leadership, Callie, you've been a senior and leading this team. What was going through your mind, you know, back and forth battle in the first half, and then you guys go on a run? What was feeling that?
I mean, I never had a doubt that we were going to keep competing even when it gets tough, even when our shots are not falling. So I knew we were going to keep coming, and eventually we just pulled away. Eventually the shots went in, and it happened.
Heading, you kind of shot some lights out there, a couple threes, and what kind of confidence does that do for your team?
Oh, I mean, it gives confidence whenever anyone's hitting shots, you know, not just me. When Callie's scoring a lot or any of our other guys, you know, Corey hit a couple threes in a row there. I think that just sparks a lot of energy and just gets us excited.
Guys, it's for all three of you. Kind of reflect back on the APU CBU rivalry, because this is probably going to be the end of the road on that for a while. And just talk about the memories that this rivalry has provided and expand on that.
You know, it's been extremely competitive. I think both programs have made each other better. They had a stretch there where they kind of had our number. You know, I think even for both schools, you know, I think when we go to their place, there's a great crowd, the students feel it. And then when they'd come here, our students showed up. And you know, I just think overall a great rivalry. And it may not be over. I mean, we could see them next weekend. So I think it brought out the best in both programs and may continue to do so.
Let's see. Jordan, 3 of 5 from the three-point line tonight. And I believe it was two consecutive three-pointers from you that broke this game open. Talk about those.
I mean, you just take the open shots when they come. Nothing special about them. I reckon any of our guys would hit those shots. So.
Heading in Diop, how would you guys improve your performance for the next step in the PacWest tournament?
I mean, personally, I didn't have a good game offensively, but that doesn't really matter. I know the other guys are going to step up and do what they can. And the one thing that I can improve is my shooting. I didn't shoot the ball well, and I'm planning on doing it a lot better tomorrow.
In a situation like that, you weren't scoring the way you usually do, but you were getting stuff on the boards and you were doing other things. Is that sort of an emphasis that, hey, whatever I can do, if I'm not doing one thing, I got to concentrate on the other things?
Yeah, I always want to compete as hard as I possibly can, and even if my shots don't go in, I'm not going to stop to rebound or play defense. I'm always going to try my best, no matter what.
Guys, was this game at all like the prior two meetings, or was there anything different about it?
I mean, there's much bigger implications with this game. Every game with APU is a huge game, but you know, this one obviously we're going to move on to the championship, so there's a little bit more to that.
Do you approach this a little differently than you would if it was win or go home, because you know that you're going to be playing again next week?
You know, it probably sounds cliche, Jim, but I think if you asked our guys, they would attest to we try and prepare for them all the same routine, same talk, same focus, and you know, I think that's the tough thing about basketball is it's a long season, and if you can recruit leadership and develop leadership, you got a better chance on most nights, and I think that's where we've excelled, and we want to keep moving that forward in the postseason. You know, just keep leading and keep following each other, and so it really isn't any different. We're going after it every game.
Coach, the basketball season's a long and winding road, as you well know. Talk about how Kaladua and your other seniors have grown and evolved as leaders over the course of the year.
Well, Cal has been a great player for some time. He wanted to be a better vocal leader this year, and he's really improved there. He knows our program and understands our program better than anybody. He's one of the great players ever to play here, but he's really evolved into a great competitor. And he's also taken on challenges and improving his rebounding and his defense, which has been huge for us. And we've got a group of 6 seniors that are really special. I was excited to open this event center with those guys. I thought they would represent really well. And we just got a team that is a dream to coach, and we want to compete as long as we can because we're having a lot of fun doing it. And then this guy over here just keeps getting better. And we saw it even early on. He was determined to get himself ready to lead this team. I'm really proud of him.
Tomorrow night will be a third shot at either Dixie or Concordia. Talk about some of the keys that we should be looking out for in that championship matchup tomorrow night.
Well, I think both programs are really tough. Like Dixie's just always physical and strong inside, and they've got great senior leadership themselves, and I think Concordia's maybe the most physical team in the league, and they play extremely hard, and they also have a lot of senior leadership. So, I think everyone's here for a reason, and we'll be ready for a real fight with whoever it is, and that's what March is about, and we're just excited to compete.
Any other questions?
I'm good.
I think we're good.
All right,
Thank you,
congrats,
guys.
guys.
Great job, guys.